Hey, Coach Colin Castell here with Shot Mechanics Basketball, and today we're going to teach you how to get a faster shot with some very easy keys. All right, so a lot of people think that your shot speed comes from the release. And sure, that's part of it, but a lot of it comes kind of earlier in the jump shot, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is what we call pre-targeting. That means setting your body up to shoot before the basketball even gets there. So what we're doing is Gibson's getting ready to shoot the basketball here, and let's say I'm getting ready to swing a pass to him. He's prepping his body before the ball even gets there. So as the passer, as I'm getting ready to pass, notice how he's already got his feet set up, he's ready to shoot, his hips are turned, he's ready, he's locked, and he's loaded. And then on the catch, he's going to catch low as he's springing into his jumper, right? By doing that, he does all of that pre-work and pre-targeting early, so it's going to make his shot a lot faster. If he's facing towards the passer and I hit him with a pass like this, then he turns into his shot and shoot. It's that split second and that extra time that makes it a lot easier for the defense to recover. So if you look at guys like Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving and Kyle Korver and these guys that are known for having really quick releases, most of the time it's not really their upper body mechanics that's causing it. It's that they're really good at setting their body up, catching on a hip and going right into it, right? So pre-targeting is probably one of the biggest things for shot speed. If you can do your work early in the catch, it's gonna make it a lot faster. All right, so the next thing that really helps out on your jump shot is to have a smooth one motion shot. That basically means that the ball's not pausing really at any point on its way to the basket. So as Gibson's getting ready to shoot the basketball here and he's going up into his shot, the ball's gonna come up from the catch through his body and into the release without pausing. What we see that happens to a lot of players is that they bring the ball up to their forehead early, it stops with their legs still bent, and then they explode their legs and then explode their arms, right? And this is kind of segmented jump shot or two motion jump shot. It's gonna make your jumper a lot slower, right? Make it a lot more, less effective, and so the defense can get there quicker. So on the catch here, if he brings the ball up to his forehead too early while his legs are still bent, right? Number one, that's not good for his range because it limits his upward momentum. But number two, that little pause is just enough time for the defense to close out, maybe get a hand, maybe get a good challenge, right? So you can really increase your shot speed by making that smooth one motion catch and shoot jumper. All right, so the next key that I like to think about with shot speed is the hop versus the 1-2 on the catch. And we're talking about footwork here. So generally, for the most part, if you shoot off of a hop, it's gonna be a lot faster. Now, I totally understand that you can't shoot out of a hop all the time, right? There are gonna be times when you gotta shoot out of a 1-2, like maybe it's a step back or maybe it's a 1-2 pull-up, whatever it is. As a shooter, you wanna be able to shoot out of both. But in a default setting, maybe it's just a catch and shoot jumper or you've got the time, you always want to try to use a hop if at all possible. I've done a ton of research on this, and every single time it shows that the hop's significantly faster. And we're even going to do a little test for you today here. So the hop is basically just the idea that as the ball's coming on the pass, you're hopping in a two-footed jump stop into your shot. Now the key here is you don't want to make it a big hop, right? If Gibson's getting the basketball, he doesn't want to do a giant bunny hop into it. If he does a big giant one, the longer he's in the air, the slower it's gonna be, right? Instead, I like to think about it like you're squeaking your sneakers sitting into like a low chair. So you wanna squeak those sneakers and sit low. If you can do that, that's a much quicker hop. That way you can spring in the jump shot and it wastes less time, right? Now with the 1-2, the issue is as he steps in with his 1-2, boom, boom, generally it's this extra step that adds the time, right? You can think about if it was a hop, both feet would have already been in the ground and he would have been launching into his shot. Whereas it's this extra step that slows it down a little bit. So like I said, there are gonna be times when you have to shoot out of a 1-2, but for the most part, if everything's equal, I would try to shoot out of a hop. It's a lot faster. All right, so if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit that like button down below. And then below that, let me know in the comment section what sort of video you wanna see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people, and I run pretty much everything off a request. So leave it down below and hopefully I'll get to it. And if you're new to Shot Mechanics, you're gonna wanna do two things. Number one, hit that subscription button down below because we put out a ton of videos every week and they're all gonna get you better, I guarantee it. The second thing you're gonna wanna do is click the button above or the link in the description, get a free copy of my #1 scoring workout. This scoring workout is gonna kind of revolutionize the way you train and probably increase your scoring average the very first time you use it. So I highly recommend you check that out. All right, again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching. Until next time, splash on.